Hello everyone and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. I forget the name I gave it because it was very recent that I gave this campaign a name. I think it was like Blooming Darkness or Darkness Blooming or something like that. Blooming Darkness.
Tiny Tim's Grand Adventure.
That's the one. I noticed in the last one there was one thing that I wasn't quite doing, so that might have been why you were super lucky. Is each of these roles tend to have like difficulty settings. So there's like if I went to
The
your
minus and
stats,
plus ones.
there was the minus. We did we kind of did some of that, but with the roles, if I can. Is it going to open? It's not going to open. I can go by your stats. Say like, for example, strength is 55. So for a normal roll, you have to get 55 or under. But for a hard roll, you would need the 27 or under. And an extreme roll would be 11 or under. Hence the little numbers beside them. And because it does it automatically when calculating, so we don't need to worry about the skills because it doesn't seem to show them on Foundry. But we noticed when we roll, it will tell you if you got normal, hard, or extreme. The hard is when there's 2 gold stars, and extreme is when there's 3 gold stars.
I'll do an example roll.
Oh, that's a
like
nice one to get out of the way. So that was like a basic fail. And it will also tell me if it was like a critical fail. I mean, that with a 90, that's close to a critical fail. But didn't you manage to? Did you score a roll of a 1 in the first session?
I got a 1 on the disguise check.
Yeah, which was basically a nat 20, but on a D100.
Which my disguise is a 5. So I was like, I ain't getting this, and it was like, here's a 1.
It's it's an instant success. No one bats an eye. Yeah, for someone who's unlucky, you were incredibly lucky.
Hey, lucky in the right circumstance.
So you
Otherwise, I'm usually unlucky.
So I'm Jazz Chicken, and this is KrazyKamron playing as Baxter Bleecker, and I will be playing as William Steele, the Private Eye.
Good old William.
As a I'm pretty sure I would have edited in a quick catch-up of what's happened, but basically you started off at the not the call center, the activity
if not,
center.
Here it is now.
You were in the call center. Like, hello, my name is Baxter Bleecker. How can I help you? But you started off in like a leisure center. That was the one I was after. And then you realize that you've got like a upgrade to your subscription there, allowing you to access more goodies. And then when you went to leave, suddenly you were tripping balls. You saw lots of chaos going on outside. And then just as quickly as the visions arrived, it quickly ended. Then you were speaking to Steve. You arranged to meet Mr. Wright, but then you went off on a jolly adventure to the hospital where you put on a costume. No one realized who you were, not even the old lady. You picked up some goop that the wounded fella threw up. You got some newspaper that I threw at you in the car. You got some hints and tips about stuff that's happening. Then you went to the forest. Just dove straight headfirst into the forest. Went past the police. They didn't bat an eyelid. They questioned William Steele a bit, but managed to get through fine. You came across the crime scene where you examined a bit. You saw patches of blood, some scratches here and there. Then you decided to split up and look for clues in the forest, where you then got lost, but you noticed that the sound of the birds wasn't around by the crime scene, but where you were going, you were starting to hear them again, so you're like, oh, I guess I should head back. And you managed to head back, but you kind of went through some bushes and stuff and hurt yourself just a tiny bit. And then you noticed that the coat was blue, and you went, that coat's not meant to be blue, it's brown. And as correct as you were, you did that, and then you heard some weird gurgling sounds, and you pointed your gun, and you almost blew William Still's head off as he tapped you on the shoulder and was like, hey, what's up? And we pick up with you running down the forest because you noticed that the birds were coming back where you were, and you're like, God damn it, the thing is getting away.
And I charged headfirst into the bushes.
Headfirst into battle. Or so you think, anyway.
Follow me, William.
Yes, you're running through the forest, sprinting through. William doesn't know what's going on. He's just following you. He's like, why are we sprinting? But he knows that you're upset about something. He did a psychoanalysis, and he's like, oh, you're a bit distressed about what's going on.
Don't you hear it? Or otherwise don't hear it. We need to go.
Well, you lead on. I'm not exactly sure what we're running towards. Okay, you're...
The absence of sound. As I keep running.
The absence of sound. We are going to need then... there's no listen... Oh, there is a listen check. A hard listen check.
A hard listen check.
Give me a hard one.
I don't know what that means on the listeners. There's no other two stats, but...
We're going to need 2 gold stars.
We roll.
47, it's a fail. So you're running through, you're trying to listen out, but because so far all you knew that the sounds that it gave you was just the birds in the area. So you're running down, you're trying to find where there's not birds. So you're now darting off to the right through some openings in the trees. William gets whipped a few times with some branches, but he's otherwise okay. You're going through some other hard terrain. You're jumping over a collapsed tree. You're still noticing that there's birds tweeting around you. So you pause and you're trying to figure out where to go next.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Where are we going? What are we doing? Do we just keep heading in this direction?
Which way's the car?
If we want the car, we might have to turn back. I would assume it's down this way, and he points to a certain direction and
to the car.
Goes to walk in that way. So he starts heading in that direction. I'm gonna do... Well, give me another hard listen check.
Okay. Ooh.
40. Okay. So as you're heading down and you're following now William as he's kind of darting off down a certain direction, trying to retrace certain steps, see if he can find anything that seemed familiar on the journey here. But it's a bit tricky. You're noticing that the direction that he's heading in, though, that the sounds of birds is getting quieter. I think we need to go.
You're going this way.
Okay, I think it's... hang on.
Listen, there's nothing.
Okay, I guess that means we're good then. See, then darts off to the left.
And I pick up like a branch and like snap it to see if it makes a noise.
Yeah.
Like if all sound is basically nullified or just the animals.
Well, with your running and with picking up a branch just to test it, you do hear like each other's footsteps, the rustling through all the branches and trees and bush and shrubberies and stuff. You hear the snap of the twig. So it's not as if like the whole area is completely like tone deaf.
Okay.
I'm gonna see. Let's do a listen with William, and that's a fail. As he continues heading off, he's not catching on to what you've got, what you know. With your success as well, I'll say that you're starting to hear talking in the distance. And you might assume that it's probably like a police checkpoint.
I think I would stop then and let's see. I would definitely stop. I think I would assume that it's been lost or like I'm heading the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Because obviously if we've got this security checkpoint and then we come running out of the woods, like, have you seen this? They'll be like, they're madmen. So I think he will like take a breather and like turn and like start looking for Will to say that we should go back to the car.
Okay. Will is ahead of you, and he's moving down. He's not necessarily moving towards the sound of talking. The talking's like more to your left, and he's kind of just heading like straight forward, just weaving through trees. And he looks back and does a double take as he then stops and faces you. Notices that there's quite a distance between you, and he holds his arms up as if like, what are we doing?
I think it's gone, unfortunately.
Okay. I love
Tell
how
me,
the
can you
music
hear
just-
the birds?
the
Just cuts off.
Yeah, the music just go boom. I can't really make it fade. He begins looking upwards and starts listening out for it. And that's when you'll...
Basically, I'm just going to say, like, at a certain area that seems to move, the birds seem to go quiet, or they get silenced, and I was chasing that, but these woods are too vast.
A voice then enters your mind as you hear... Okay, and what happened next? As the trees and the vision of the forest begins to slowly blur, like your whole vision is getting all blurry now.
We ran into the woods to look for it, and I lost track of it.
Okay. And this thing that you're running towards, was it anything in particular, or maybe you're running towards, I don't know, your fears? Maybe you're running from something instead of running towards something. And as he's saying that, the whole vision of the forest fades away, and you are... what's a good image to put you on? I guess just the town map, I guess. You are now sitting in a long leather chair, your legs stretched out across it, you're leaning back, you got a cushion against your back. You appear to be sitting in an office, and to one side ahead of you is a middle-aged man, kind of greying beard. He's got round spectacles on, and he's writing on a notepad of sorts. And he seems to be listening intently to what you're saying.
How did I was in the woods, and I like bolt upright, and I'm like, William, he's still in the woods.
And he's not here. It's okay, Mr. Bleeker. You're safe here. We're trying to understand where your memory lapsed. It seems like we found the cutoff point of where you can't seem to remember anything else onwards. You don't remember any sounds, any words or anything at all?
The only thing I know is I heard some kind of growl, and then we ran into the woods and tried to search, and then it went. Then I was here.
Okay. You don't feel like any pain or any headaches, any migraines? I mean, you seem to look okay to me. There's no bruising or anything.
I'm gonna like investigate my arms for like cuts, like as I was running through the trees and stuff. Like look at my hands.
You do, and you'll see like the odd little scratches here and there, so it kind of confirms that what happened in the forest happened.
I think I need to go outside to get some fresh air.
Okay. Well, it's a good point to stop it here. I can pause our session for now. If you ever want to speak some more about this, maybe we can delve a little deeper into it. Well, you know where to find me. Just speak to Steve at the counter or one of the other assistants, and you'll be able to book an appointment with me. And that's when you'll notice as you stand up, you'll clock like the little wooden small plaque on his desk that says Mr. Wright.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
That's not a problem. Oh, as you go, you'd probably be worth knowing. There is a meeting in the assembly hall in the leisure center for not so much guests, but for those who are a part of the community, who have subscribed and joined. So for all of you are welcome to come by. It'll be happening in about an hour's time or so. They'll be talking about an upcoming event.
Okay.
But yeah, if there's anything else that you would like to speak to me about, I'll be very eager for us to delve a little deeper into this, see if there's anything that we can unlock for you.
Maybe next time, Doc.
Very well.
I only have a couple of days left, so...
Well, look, take care.
And I put on my jacket and leave.
And as you go to leave, you'll notice maybe a little... you'll leave the office, and he kind of stands up and just watches you leave. And as the door closes, you see him go to sit down by his desk. And as you're heading out, and you're in an unfamiliar area.
I would, close the door, to his office, and stand outside of his door, just, kind of looking at the floor, being like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You're not here, you're still in the woods, something's tricking you. Wake up, wake up.
Do a... Let's see. Won't be first aid.
Medicine?
Really psychology. I'm thinking either just a straight...
Psychoanalysis?
Yeah, do psychoanalysis. Just a normal roll, that's fine.
Okay. Nice. 16.
You're telling yourself to wake up, and you do feel hazy and fuzzy in the head. And as you're staring at the floor and trying to get yourself to snap out of it, possibly it's a trick or so, it's when, another guest who's come out from a similar session just gently knocks your arm and is like, "Oh, excuse me," and then continues to walk down. And it clears your mind, but nothing has changed, which only can suggest that maybe this is real.
Okay, so I'm here. Okay. Let's get things in order, and I will pull out my little notebook and I will flip to a new page and write things to do, and it's like investigate leisure center meeting, and then underneath it says find Will. And it like takes a second, but then I write a question mark after Will. And I will start heading towards the meeting point.
And it takes a little while to try and find your way, as you've not been in this area of the leisure centre before. If anything, you end up following the person who just left after you. And they're easily been able to bring you back down. As you're walking down, you do notice the odd poster here and there, also mentioning a election that's coming up in 2 days' time on Wednesday, to vote for. And you see this big, kind of cheesy grin, the type of grin that, if you covered the mouth, the eyes are saying something different, as normal politician fake smile type stuff of a vote for Mr. Lancaster. And it seems like
I walk past it and literally go like, ugh.
And you end up going back down to the main entrance, the hallway. And you'll see that to the double doors ahead of you looks to lead to where the assembly hall would be. But at the moment, you go through and you see that people are just starting to set up. So they're starting to unpack chairs and put them down into different areas. In the hallway, you see that there's also like this quite large stage on one side as well. It makes you think that, is it possible that perhaps they do performances here too? But it seems like they're getting ready. They've got a microphone just sitting on front on the main stage, and there's just a number of people just setting up chairs.
Okay. Okay. Damn it. As I'm looking at this stage, be like, alright, I need to go to talk to Jenny Taylor and Eastern Faction, I think is the name, because they're the ones that discovered the bodies. Right. Point of call. I guess this meeting can wait. And I'm gonna turn to head out.
Okie dokie.
No time can wait.
As you begin walking out, you hear this 1 2 2 2 2 1. That's the test in the microphone.
I'm not buying that guy's album. Yeah, so I head out and I'm gonna try and... I'm assuming, because I've lived here, I know where they live, or is it like I still need to do a check?
You wouldn't know... would you know them at all?
Is there a history
do a
check?
history, but a hard history.
Is there a history?
Yep, under first
Yes,
aid.
there is.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
You
I mean, it's...
got a good one, but it's not a hard one. So you believe you may have heard their name before. it's possible that you may have seen them in passing, but you don't know where they live. But thinking about it, because you have lived here, you know where that there's libraries here. You know that there's obviously police stations and such that might be able to point you in the direction.
Would you say this is the time, like the era of time when there's like phone boxes with like the phone books inside them?
Yeah, there'll be telephone boxes and stuff. And yeah, like the yellow pages, if it existed back then.
Basically, I'll either go to a phone box and look through a phone book for their name, or I can go to a library to like see a list of inhabitants, I guess. I think is how that works.
Which one would you prefer to do? And at this point, I would say the sun is setting at this point as well. So you're probably looking at maybe 4 or 5 p.m.
Okay. On my way to the library, then, I'm going to go pick up a coffee.
Okay. As you do, the library would be more towards town centre. You're surprised to see that your car is in the car park. And you're able to...
Do I see Will's car?
You don't.
Okay.
I would say you drive down, you probably take a stop at Lancaster Square to grab your coffee.
It's like one little dash of coffee, all milk. Like it would be like the weakest coffee you've ever had, but that's how he likes his coffee.
I'd say the library is maybe in this area.
Yeah.
If I'm able to, let's say around here somewhere.
Oh, okay. So I can pull in here and be like, skirt. Like just off the high street, right?
Yeah. It's quite a large library.
Yeah.
Reasonably busy, but not too busy. Everyone is being respectful, keeping quiet as you walk in. You see, like, as you walk past the counter, there's just your typical old lady in kind of brownish clothes, just looking very
big round glasses,
bland, yeah. On a little gold chain that links around the head, as she's reading through stuff and sorting out books. You'll see like this small, not crate, but maybe like a small cage filled with just odds and ends that people have put in. It could be like donations or so, and you're seeing like old newspapers, old books all dumped in there. And then there's rows and rows of bookshelves with all these books. But before you hit the bookshelves, there's a number of large tables with rows of chairs with odd people sitting, some people together, many of them sitting by themselves.
I will talk to the receptionist and be like, I'm just gonna walk up, like hand on the like elbow on the counter, and I'll be like, hello, I am looking for someone. I don't know if there is like a history of the town, or maybe you could lead me to them.
Yeah, I mean, I can get you a list of people's names in the area. Is there anyone in particular that you're looking for?
And I kind of like posture myself up a bit, and then I'm like, Jenny Taylor and Eastern Infection.
Okay, let me just have a look here.
Unfortunate name, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Easton? Nah, never mind.
She doesn't really, move her head at all. She kind of just looks with her eyes up at you and then looks back down at the book. Okay. While I have a few, there's a few J Taylors. Let's have a look. You don't happen to know a middle name at all?
I don't.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Would it help to know that they were the person who discovered the bodies out in the forest?
Out in the forest. Wait, one moment. And she then looks to one side and looks at a newspaper that she'd just been reading. Oh, you're looking for them. Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it on the DL because I'm investigating because, we've gotten some higher ups in to look into this now. Because 5 is a high number of bodies to suddenly turn up,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been on edge for a little while around here. I hope it's none of my family that ends up in the newspapers. Let me see how
With
I
me
can
here,
help.
hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Do a persuade check for me. Just a normal one.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, not as bad as I thought.
No. Well, I don't know if this will help, and she writes down 2 numbers on a piece of paper, and hands it over to you. This is all for Taylor. I can't. I mean, unless you want all the numbers for Mr. Yeast Infection. I mean, there's about 5 infections in this town. Apparently, it seems to be a popular name.
It's okay. It says in the paper that they were a couple, so I'm assuming I find one, I find both.
Okay. Well, sorry I can't help any more.
Honestly, you've helped a lot, and I appreciate you.
And she
and
nods
I will,
and
hand over $1 or £1, I guess. What is it? It's, not a shilling, is it?
Oh, whoops. Time
period.
Yeah, it'd be under there. So
Yeah,
a shilling you're essentially
note.
giving, 12p. A pound note would be like a lot of money. It's like you're giving her a £20 note.
I don't even know where gear and cash. Yeah, I hand over a £1 note, and I'm like, thank you.
What is this for? No. It's no problem at all.
I'm already walking out.
Sir, what? She's there just confused holding this £1 note. Like, why did he give me this? Okay, I guess I keep it.
I'll wait till later. I'm like, where did that £1 note go? I need it for parking. God damn it. Okay, I will go to the nearest phone box and just start calling numbers.
And apologies to the viewers, a lot of this artwork is AI generated, hence why all the buildings and everything looks really weird.
No,
I'm not an artist.
That's how England looks.
Yeah, it's all wonky roads and weird language. We don't speak English.
None of us do. It's all slang.
So yeah, you go to the nearest phone box and you put in. How much would you put in? I guess it would be like what, a threepenny bit? I don't know.
Probably be like, I was gonna say like, I think it was about 20 pence per call, or like 25 pence per call.
Back then, I'm not sure. Maybe. Well, anyway, you make a call. And you call one of the numbers. Okay, just make a general D100. And we'll...
Okay.
We shall see. So low will be
10 pence.
below 50 will be the person that you're after.
Okay. But yeah, it's 10 pence, it says.
Okay. Good old Google.
Just a straight D100.
A
Oh
5.
my god.
Oh my god. So
They ring me.
you dial the number, and as it's kind of uncanny, the timing, and this woman stops to pick up her phone outside the phone box, and you hear hello from outside and also hello in the phone.
I just am looking and I'm like, hello.
Hello.
This is Detective Bleeker.
And she begins walking down the street. Okay. Haven't I already
hey, do you have a
given you
moment
enough?
to talk?
Haven't I already given you enough information?
Not to me, ma'am. Just a quick question. Would you have a moment to talk if I needed to ask some questions?
Are you saying this on the phone to her in the phone box? Or
On
have
the
you left?
phone, yeah.
Okay.
On the phone in the phone box.
Well, I'm kind of on my way to pick up my child from school. Is this something that could wait till tomorrow?
Time is of the essence.
Okay. I suppose she's been dealing with a lot of the stuff anyway. Give me a persuade, but it's going to be with advantage, so you can roll twice. Take the highest number or the lowest number.
Is the bonus die like it? So I'm doing +1 or +2?
Let me do a test, because I think this is just adding an extra point on.
I think it means like I'm adding 1 extra die.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. So yeah, +1.
Okay.
Or 29.
Hey. I'm getting lots of gold stars today. Oh, that didn't get me a gold star. Oh well.
Well, all right, fine. Meet me in about, I don't know, 15 minutes time. I live at 25 Prospect Road.
I will write that down. Okay, man.
And from where you are, you'll know that's pretty much around the corner from you.
I will be there very shortly.
She seems a bit unnerved by that statement. And she then says, okay, I'll see you soon, bye.
I hang up the phone and I'm like, God damn it, Will, where are you? And I'm gonna make my way to the house. But not like stand outside of it. I want to like survey the area first.
Yeah. Ooh.
Because I'm a very paranoid man.
Alright, well you go outside, you find where her house is, and it looks fairly normal. It's a nice looking house. It's got a nice little front garden. These short hedges borderlining the garden, separating it from the footpath. The estate is a little quiet, but not too quiet. There seems to be some traffic here. I mean, it is close to the main road anyway, so...
yeah.
And as you're waiting around, you see just...
I would like to survey.
Okay.
Like looking around for like signs of the weird and wonderful, I guess.
Give me a hard spot hidden.
hidden is...
Under, science, above survival.
I don't... Above science?
Above survival, below science. You got sleight of hand, spot hidden.
Oh, okay. That's why I couldn't see it, because I was looking at just spot, and I was like, that says spot. Ooh.
A normal success. Okay.
God, I'm rolling good today. I'm wondering why my persuade didn't get a gold star, even though I got a good check on it.
If I could see the stats, then it could ask if you wanted to spend any luck points to push it, to nudge it towards a better one. Okay. Would you like to spend luck points? I would probably say maybe 3 luck points, or would you like to push your roll?
If you want to do it this way, like, I know we have like a lower and higher stat, but because this doesn't have it, you could make up a DC of like, I think to get a better result, you could spend 4 points.
There's a table in my keeper book. I can quickly go grab that. That will tell me what the number we're looking for is.
I mean, I can always go to my character sheet. It's just if it upgrades, it's gonna be thrown out.
Yeah. That's all right. One moment.
It is strange that it doesn't have it. Or does it? Info? Oh, okay, no, so... if you hit the I button, what if I unlock it? Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, I think I may understand why.
Alright, got it.
Jazz.
Let me just plug my things in. I was there quickly.
Jazz, I may understand why.
Through, like, where is it? Alright, I got it. So, your stat is 31. We are looking for a 15 for the hard.
Oof.
So it would mean 10 luck points.
If I roll again, does that mean I have to take the second roll?
To push it, yeah, you'll be taking the second roll, and if it's a fail, then it tends to mean that there's something bad might happen. There's like repercussions.
I will take a... Oh, I guess right now it's like, it's still a fail, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not terrible or anything. You got like a normal pass, but yeah, it's not.
I'll keep it, I think.
Okay. So surveying the area, you see the odd person walking by. You see a lady with a pram, a black pram, and she's wearing like this long black coat and a small blue hat as she walks down the street. The sky is reasonably clear, some few clouds going by. Trying to find anything out of the ordinary. You're listening to the sounds as well going past, and you hear just like the roaring of the wind as it blows through your ears. The odd tweet of or caw of a crow, or that's just sitting on top. Maybe a few seagulls in the area just going. And you begin to see another girl far down the street that's heading towards you.
I will wait patiently until she gets to the house, and then if it is the owner, I will tip my head and be like, Mr. Bleeker, I assume that you are Mrs. Jennings?
Yeah, that's me. And behind her, like holding her hand and kind of shyly hiding her face, is a little boy who's just been picked up from school, still wearing a uniform, like little black shorts and shoes, and wearing a white shirt. Excuse me,
With the
one moment.
young spry, I see. Of course, after you. I will wait out here until I'm invited in.
She goes to the door, gets her keys out, and looks in. The boy's kind of looking at you, not with any sort of expression on his face, just kind of staring at you as she opens the door and is like, "Do you want a tea or anything?" Or
I'm okay. I've had a coffee.
okay, well, come in then. Please excuse the mess. I wasn't expecting any guests or anything. As the kid dumps his bag on the floor, runs upstairs. And it's like, "Jason, what have I told you about leaving things on the floor?" Sorry.
It's okay.
She picks it up and takes the bag into the sitting room, kind of leads you into there. It's a nice room, dark green carpets. Got these nice ornate bookshelf, odd few ornaments and pictures around a family.
It's a nice home.
There's like a big sofa. Oh, thank you. Just one moment. As she goes into the kitchen, you hear a click as she starts to put a kettle on. Oh no, I don't think they got clicking ones back then. It's hard to tell. But they have
What
a click.
is this technology?
She puts some water in a teapot and starts heating it up. Grabs herself a mug. Well, please take a seat.
Thank you. And I will wipe my shoes on the doormat and then take my coat off and like put it over my arm and go and sit down.
This is what if only I could, but then it would be all muted because of copyright. I was going to have some old style music as she flicks on the radio. She puts on the radio, turns it down a bit.
He's slapping.
And it's basically like Fallout style music because it's that old. All right, so what do you want to know?
I pull out my notebook and I'll flick through it, and I'll be like, standard questions first, and then I'll get on to the let's say weirder ones. Of course, you found the unfortunate in the forest. What were you doing out there?
Oh, well, I was with my partner at the time. We were just taking a walk through the downs.
Okay, and you say at the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's the partner now?
Oh, well, I don't know, he's probably at work or something.
Okay. Did you happen to see anything like people or like any weird signs?
I saw a few dog walkers. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Excuse me. She stands up and goes back into the kitchen. And she's as if she just is now second nature. She knows the timing of her kettle as it then starts to go and it starts whistling.
And was it just you and your partner, or did the child come with?
No, my child. I gave him over to my sister to babysit.
Okay.
It was kind of a a date day out, if you will.
Ah, romantic. I mean, unfortunately, with what happened, it wasn't, but, you know. And I will wait for her to sit back down before I'm like, right, okay, we're done with the boring questions. I am here because I've lost my partner Will, otherwise known as William Steele, and I personally think there's something a bit deeper about this town. Now, you can tell me if you saw anything strange, and I'm not going to judge. I'm taking in everything so that I can look at all angles, regardless of what is told of me. So, if there is anything you can tell me that will help me find my partner, because we were out in the woods, and the next thing I knew, I woke up over at the leisure center, and I haven't seen him since. So, please.
I mean, I've given you a deep description already as to what I saw, but when everything happened. I mean, what more do you need?
Just if there was something like, and then I pull out the ooze bottle that I've got, and I'm like, I found this. And I know that I didn't find it in the woods, but I'll be like, I found this.
Oh,
And I just want to know
oh
if
my!
you saw maybe something that didn't align with regular stuff out in those woods.
If you're accusing myself or my partner of taking drugs, I mean, we certainly weren't taking drugs at all. We weren't under any influence.
Please.
We weren't even drinking.
No, please. I'm not accusing you of anything. I just need to know if you saw anything unnatural, strange, just if there was an absence of sound, just something.
Give me a hard persuasion.
Okay. Come on, baby.
Oof, 92. And also do just a normal psychoanalysis. Okay.
All my luck has been used up.
I don't... Well, we were walking through the forest, minding our business, as I mentioned. There was some dog walkers. We heard some screams. We wanted to go the opposite way, but the partner, Yeast, wanted to see what was going on. I followed after him, tried to pull him back, and then that's when we saw a fight break out, and then we just we had to leave. I mean,
You saw a fight?
Yeah, there was a few people fighting each other.
I will write that down and be like, okay. And your partner, where does he work, so I can just get his side of the story, and then I'll be out of your hair.
Well, he works in one of the factories nearby. I'm not. He doesn't talk too much about it, but I think it just deals with deliveries for shops and goods and stuff. So it's probably just some kind of boxing factory or something. Are you sure you don't want a tea or anything?
I am fine.
And the only thing that you could probably pick up from her is that She feels a little unease.
I thank you for your time. I will leave you to your devices, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
And she breathes a sigh of relief. Like, okay, well, sorry I couldn't help any further. And then you hear from upstairs that, Mom, can I have a drink? I was like, in a minute.
It sounds like you are needed, so I will be out of your hair.
Okay, well, then she shows you to the door. Like, if there's anything else, you know where to find me, I guess.
Yes, and if you see anything strange, you know to find me at the leisure centre. Have a good day, Mrs. Taylor.
And she gives a
And I will
nod.
put on my coat and start walking.
She gives a nod and a smile and closes the door.
Ba 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 ba. God, I could just be a ruthless killer. Like, thank you for the info. Bang. But here's your drink, son.
I'm the Hungerford slasher. What? No!
I'm your father now. No.
Drink of your mother's blood.
I will make my way to where I think the father is.
Okay. So go on in the town. You'll know of some factories with your town here, but you don't really tend to go to the business areas. I mean, there's probably one definitely like here. Let me get.
I would probably just drive to the nearest one that is like a boxing factory. So I'll come over to this one first.
Yeah, that'll probably be your nearest business estate. As you drive over there, you end up going through this visiting area, and as you pull up into like the car park, you'll see that there's rows and rows of units, like storage units, large in scale, also some business areas. One seems to be more like a carpet business. Others seems to be like odds, bits and bobs, like kind of like a B&Q. And you'll probably see where it says like Harper's Garage on this map is probably where the closest thing to like a boxing area. Not where people punch each other, but where people box up stuff.
Everyone stop. I will just start at the boxing one and then work my way down.
Okay.
I'll just walk up to like the nearest worker and just say like, hello, have you seen a
you only get about that far before you see this kerfuffle happening within the building, and there's like two people in like in jackets, arguing and shouting at this guy, and they pushing him out, and they go is like maybe, I don't know, 15 or so feet away from you. And they're really just going at each other, and one of the guy that they're pushing out of the factory punches them in the face.
Oh, I'm gonna run in and be like, hey, wait a minute. Stop.
And you're getting involved, pushing her. Let's see, because he's not letting up. He's now been punched. He's now trying to fight back. Let's see. Give me, I guess, intimidation and a strength check. Strength. Yeah, just normal on both. It's fine.
My intimidate first, as it's not good. Yeah. And then strength. Hey, nice number. That means I succeed.
So as you go to get involved, how are you getting involved? Are you like throwing yourself in between them, or are you just trying to pull them
It's
to one
definitely
side?
it's definitely like a run in between, arms outstretched, like, whoa, stop, guys.
Okay, as you run in between and you're just hearing this like "fuck you" as this fist flies as you come in between and he clocks you on the side of the head. Gonna lose 1 hit point. Who the fuck's this guy? What the get out of the way? He's got nothing to do with you. As they're now like some of the guys, other workers there are getting involved, holding people back, and the one who's been punched and now hit you is going after them, and there's lots of tugging and pulling as he's trying to break himself free.
I am going to just step out the way, point my gun to the sky, and just like fire, and be like, "Quiet!"
Okay. With your gunshot that goes off, everyone flinches and ducks, and like Jesus Christ, as they look over in your direction, like what the fuck? Right, easy there,
I'm
steady.
here to see Eastern Fection. Where is he?
Where is he? Is the prick over there? Like, fuck you! You can't fire me, all right? What am I supposed to do now? That's not our problem. Go away.
Right. You guys can keep fighting. You're coming with me. I have some questions.
You just get him off this premises, all right? What am I supposed to do about my stuff? We'll send you your stuff. Now just leave. For fuck's sake. What do you want? What, are you going to arrest me now?
Let's
As
go.
he's like walking ahead of you. Like, what have I done, eh?
Absolutely nothing. I'm here to talk about your incident in the forest.
Ah, for fuck's sake, not again. Like, who are you, the police? Show me your badge. Where's your
No.
ID?
Don't have one.
Don't have. Or what? So what?
I'm
You
a
just
private investigator.
Oh, fucking private eyes. What do you want to know, eh? What haven't I not told people? Like, there was a fight in the woods. People got hurt. Some guy named, I don't know, Lynch or something. He's now in hospital. People died.
Pull out my notepad. Right, there, his name is Lynch. I just look at him and I'm like, listen, I get that you've been asked this 1,000 times. I get that people have been looking for an answer that you can't give. But my partner has gone missing in those woods.
Oh, well, tell me something we don't know. Everyone's been going and missing around here. Have you not read the papers lately?
I have. And I went to the woods myself. And I heard something irregular. And then I was woken up in the leisure center without my knowing. So if you have anything to give me to find my partner that maybe you thought was a bit strange or unnatural, I'm willing to listen to it.
Roll a persuade at +1 for your honesty.
Oh boy.
With a
Ooh.
4. You got an extreme. With your
Still didn't go
explanation
gold.
of what's happened to yourself and your honesty and keeping a normal tone to your voice, he calms down. As he seems, you notice that he seems to react when you say that. Oh, and then you woke up in like some guy's office, and you don't know how you got there. He seems a little shocked and confused by that. One moment. What would be good for this? Maybe this one. So, wait, it happened to you too?
Okay. And you see like a smile appears over my face, and I'm like, we're getting somewhere. Let me buy you a coffee. And, yes, it did happen to me as I start making my way to the car.
He goes to follow. So, I hope you don't mind. I don't drive, so you lead the way, and he's there
Well, I
just
do.
touching his nose and rubbing it and trying to stop the blood.
I like hand him some tissue as we get to, let's say, right here, the Body in Motion coffee shop. Because the body stays in motion when you drink coffee.
Alrighty. You get there and you order your coffees, and he sits down.
Right. Yes, it happened to me. And I'm not sure what it is, but lately I've been having some weird things happen, and right now I'm willing to listen to anything. So, if you have anything to tell me, please just tell me.
I don't know what information you're gonna want or might even help. But yeah, it happened to me
Anything.
too. After the incident happened, all I then remembered next was standing in front of a bunch of media crews, and they're flashing cameras in my face, and well, and they're writing in their notepads, and I don't know how I got there. And so apparently I was outside of the forest now, and my partner was with me. I mean, she was just as confused as I was.
Now, when I went to your partner, she said nothing strange happened, so I'm glad you're being honest with me. Now, I have 2 more questions, and I would like you to answer them as honestly as possible. What could you hear in the forest, Mr. Easton?
What could I hear? I mean, I heard a lot of screaming. I heard a lot of pain. I heard a lot of horrifying
But think
sounds.
about it. Any regular forest ambience?
What do you mean, like rustling of trees and such?
More like... And this comes to mind. Could you hear any birds?
No. No? Is that important?
Yes, it is. It seems like whatever out there nullifies the birds. I know because when me and my partner were running around, I got to a section of the woods where suddenly I could hear the birds again. And when I turned round and darted back off into the woods, the birds faded. And now on to my last question.
It could be maybe more of a defense thing of animals. Like sometimes when predators are around, some can call out to each other to make a warning, whereas others, they tend to go quiet.
Yes.
Do you think maybe that could have been it?
Well, this leads on to my next question. Did you hear any strange noises, growls or gurgles, any kind of unnatural sounding things, or maybe even footprints in the soil when you were out there?
What could I get you to test? Not astronomy.
I mean, would it be psychoanalysis? Because I'm like studying him.
You know what? If I'll roll for my NPC. So it takes some time. There's a bit of a pause as you see he's lost in thought and he's trying to picture what was going on. And as he's deep in thought, you'll begin to see like one of his hands start to shake without him, kind of like a subconscious thing as his hand shakes.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm not gonna interfere, I'm just going to watch.
I mean, there was some, I guess you could say, growls or noise. I thought maybe there was a bear or something nearby. There was definitely some kind of animal.
I lean forwards at this point, like, go on.
Well, let me just start from the beginning. Maybe there's something there. So me and Jenny were walking through the downs. We heard noises of a fight or so break out. I went to investigate. She didn't want to go. As I got there, there was these people trying to... as he takes a drink, they were fighting off some kind of animal that, I don't know, had gone crazed. I thought maybe it'd been this Hungerford slasher that everyone's talking about, but it didn't seem to move like a person, so it was some kind of emaciated bear, but we don't get bears around here. And then I saw the blood, these people getting scratched and clawed. From then I needed to leave. I needed to get Jenny out of there. We just had to get out of there. There was, I didn't want to end up like them. And that fellow in the papers, the Wilfred Lynch, the one survivor. He was with us. He collapsed by me, and I picked him up and I tried to help him out. And I can't ever get the screams out of my head, and that's pretty much why I lost my job. I've now lost everything, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life right now. As his hands is shaking, he's spilling his drink.
It's okay.
His breathing is picking up.
I breathe. Hey, it's all right. I'm here to fix this.
And now that you mention it, and you say that was there any birds? That there was no birds. I couldn't hear any birds. And as he starts to quiet down, and then you see him pick his head up, and he looks wide-eyed as he looks around the canteen area, and he just looks around at the people.
Look at me. at me right here.
Wait.
Right.
Everyone is. He starts shouting at everyone. Like, everyone, shut up! Shut up for one moment. Just shut up. And they're like, oh, why don't you shut up? It's like, no, please, just shh. I don't hear any birds. I don't hear any birds. Like, well, you're in town. What do you mean?
Hear birds?
It's like what? 6 o'clock now. There's no birds. There's no birds. And he's.
Do I hear the birds?
Right now, you just hear him having a panic attack.
I'm gonna order some water. I would like go up to the counter and be like, water, right now. And if when they hand me the water, I'm gonna splash it on his face and be like, you need to calm down. We need to go outside. You need to breathe some air. You're in a safe space. I'm going to keep you safe.
Let's see. It worked. The first roll was to set the line, and he got below it. So you splash over his face, and at first you see like a flash of anger in his eyes as he then realizes what he's doing, and he kind of calms down. He runs his hands through his hair and steadies his breathing. I don't think I'm going to be going down the downs anytime soon.
Good. And I take him outside and I offer him a cigarette.
And you go outside.
It's unhealthy, but it helps.
He happily takes one off of you and starts smoking, like shaking the other arm kind of across his chest as he's gently just rocking a little bit. And you notice like a magpie fly past and the odd call here and there. It is quieting down as it's starting to get late.
I look towards the downs and I'm like, I think I told you that my partner has gone missing. So, I believe you. I heard it myself, and I'm gonna stop at nothing to find what this thing is and stop it from killing anyone else. Have my word on that.
Well,
but you have to keep your cool.
He just takes another drag of the cigarette and kind of takes a deep breath out. Well, I guess I best be heading home.
Just before you go, what did it look like?
But what did it look like?
You said you saw what they were fighting. You said it looked like a deranged bear.
I don't, and you see him kind of looking past over your shoulder a bit. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I don't know. Right, take care. As he leaves and starts walking quite quickly away from and down the street.
If you need me, I'll be at the leisure center.
As you see,
and I'm gonna light up my own cigarette.
And you'll notice street lamps starting to turn on.
Fuck. Okay. Well, at least I got something. Time to... Fuck. I guess I better... And I just keep looking over at the downs like... I hope you're fucking safe, William. And I'm going to get in my car, and I think I will drive to like the main street, like here, and I will like look to the right towards the leisure center because it's like what time now? Like 6 p.m.
It's probably looking more towards maybe 20 past 6 or so. So the meeting and the assembly would have started.
I think I would just be like, fucking fine, and I'm going to turn left and try and go to the downs again. But like the whole way there, I'm just going, what are you doing? What are you doing? We shouldn't be doing this. We should find Will. We should go back. Like, doubting myself.
And as you got into the car, it started to rain, like slowly but surely, and it started to pick up. And you're driving down the street, a few cars in the way, you're stopping and starting here and there whilst the pitter-patter of water is hitting the windshield of your car and beating on the top of your car. You're seeing everyone in the street is now putting up umbrellas and going somewhere where they can get out of the rain. And as you turn around and you head towards the North Wessex Downs, it looks, especially with what you've experienced and you've known now, there is this ominous presence there. That when you look at it and you see these dark rows of trees, as there's no lighting in this area, it's like the roads are lit up, but as soon as you start hitting the dirt roads, then that's when the lighting stops. And it's making you very uneasy.
I want to get to the police checkpoint that we had to go through to go talk to those police. Well, just to talk to the checkpoint guys.
And you follow the path, you know, where you went last time, and you end up to maybe about here or so. Where you come to a checkpoint, and there's 3 policemen there. One of they've all got their raincoats on. They're talking amongst themselves, so you're not sure what they're saying. As they then see you coming and wave you down, holding a torch. And one comes over and gives a gentle rap on the window.
Yeah, I will.
Yo.
I will get out the car and like do that thing with like a trench coat that you like pull up the collar and like pull the shoulders up. It was like, hello sir.
And you'll see a man, kind of a middle-aged man with a nice big black moustache, very stern expression on his face. You get the feeling that he's probably been a policeman for most of his career. Sorry sir, you can't come here, especially at this time of night. The downs are closed. They're closed to the public. You can't come in. We're gonna have to ask you to turn around.
I don't plan on going through. I just have a question.
Well,
I came
fire
through
away.
here before with a partner, and
You what?
his name was William Steele.
You came through here before. Did you guys let him in here? As he then turns around and starts talking to them. So, what have I told you about letting people in? You should not let people in to this. Did you not know that there's a killer around? And they're now just lecturing them. And you kind of realize that must have been what you just interrupted.
Hey. No. He's a private eye, and I'm an investigator.
Ah, you bloody private eyes. Right, we'll make this quick.
I'm gonna make sure that the other 2 are listening as well, but I'm gonna be like, you two, do you remember my partner that came through with me, William Steele?
Do you remember him?
Big grey coat, black hair.
You know, it was the he showed you, he flashed you the idea. Yes, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
What about him?
You don't know how happy that makes me. So, earlier this morning, we left this forest. Did I leave through this checkpoint?
Well, come on, answer the man. Did you leave through this checkpoint? Wait, I think No, you didn't leave through the checkpoint. I mean, you ran past us. We were given chase. We were chasing after you.
And it was just me, no one else.
No, you had your friend.
I breathe like a sigh of relief, and I'm like, okay.
Right, you two.
Now,
I'll be dealing with
I
you.
remember being in those woods, and I don't remember getting home. So the fact that he isn't missing in these woods makes me very happy.
And the guy who was at your window turns to the other two police constables and is like, "I'll talk to you guys later at the station, but it's right now." And he turns back to you, so it's like, "I'm going to need to ask you to step out of the car, sir."
Yes, of course. I'm not here to make any trouble, and I'm gonna step out the car.
You step out of the car, and if you're willing, he is going to nudge you around and cuff your hands.
Why are you cuffing me, sir?
Because these areas are off bounds, and you've clearly broken that by coming in this way. And not only that, but if you are the people that came here, that means that you could have potentially ruined a crime scene and obstructing evidence. With also running
We
and
showed
escaping
proper
out.
identification.
You also fired and tried to assault our two officers here. So I'm going to have to take you to the station.
Excuse me.
As he starts roughly pushing you towards his car.
I'm going to fight it a bit by being like, we showed proper identification and we did not touch anything at the crime scene. We've just both lost someone in these woods and wish to look at things another way.
Oh, could be an easy contested strength check. You gotta beat a 93. It's all slippery. Okay, you definitely beat 93. You managed to nudge him out the way so he loses grip. The other two officers are running towards you to help. As he shouts at you, he's like, "Stop resisting!" And he goes to reach towards you. What do you do?
You are arresting me for no reason. Other than trying to put the blame on someone that was here trying to help. I'm not gonna like run off or anything. I'm just trying to get him to see reason.
So they'll definitely grab onto you then and help push you into the car. So we'll discuss it further back at the station. And he puts you in the back of the car, closes the door. You see him go off to the other two guys as another police car pulls up from behind, and two officers step out, and they're all talking amongst themselves. You catch the odd words here and there, and you just get the understanding that obviously they're just changing shifts. Those two are now heading back to the station, whilst these two are now taking over to take over the checkpoint. He then goes into the car, into the driver's seat. And so, well, I hope you're comfortable there, as he drives you down. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
It's amazing that you try and help people and they just assume that you're there to cause issues. I have nothing to say to you.
Well, you should know, as much as everyone else around here, that the North Wessex Downs are off limits to anyone and everyone. If we make exceptions for you privatise, then we have to start making exceptions for others, and we're not going to be doing that, especially when you mess with our crime scenes. As you're driving through the streets and...
I just stay silent, like looking at the floor.
You see the odd, that reminiscent of being in a car at night where the lights of the street lamps are kind of shining this shadowy reflection that moves to the side in the car as you pass by. You're seeing like the kind of crystally water against the dark windows drip down, and eventually the street starts to get a little brighter as you pull outside the police station, and he takes you inside. Oh, hello, PC Miles. What's we got here then? Well, we've got someone who's a bit nosy and wanted to check out the crime scenes down at the Downs. I was like, oh, more people breaking the rules of going through the checkpoints there. Yeah. And, well, Dumb and Dumber should be arriving soon. They happily let them in. Like, what? Aren't they supposed to be, guarding the checkpoint? Isn't that like what they were there for? Well, you tell me. So, all right, well, leave him with me, and I'll let you know when he's ready. So, okay. As he leaves you at the reception and walks off to one side and starts preparing a little room. Well, okay, what's your name?
Bleeker.
Bleeker, do you have a first name?
Not right now.
I see. I'll call you Susan. Susan Bleeker, then. Age?
If that's what you wish. Hang on, let me get that. 31.
31, okay. And what were you doing out in the Downs then today, huh? You walking a dog?
I was going to see if my partner was still in the woods.
And why was your partner in the woods?
Because he's a private eye from London.
Okay. It's funny how everyone's a private eye nowadays. Okay, just a few more moments while I fill out these forms. Whereabouts do you live?
I kind of like stumble on words, and then I just like the Three Swans.
The Three Swans? Okay.
The hotel.
Ah, okay, so that's where you're staying, right. You see him just make a few notes. The guy leans out of the door. All right, sir, if you wouldn't mind coming in here. All right, well, go ahead.
Yep, and I just go.
And you walk in, he sits you down. Well, before sitting you down, he takes off the handcuffs. And he sits down and then closes the door. And then stands on the other side of the desk where there's like an empty chair, and looking over his notebook. Stands there looking at it for a while. And there's like this awkward silence. So what were you doing in the
usual
the forest then? My name's PC Miles.
just now?
I'll be taking this interview. We're talking to a Susan Bleeker. All right. Susan Bleecker, it is approximately 6:52 p.m. Okay. All right, Mr. or Miss Bleecker. What were you doing in the forest?
Just now, or a couple of hours ago?
Oh, a couple of hours ago. Start from the beginning.
Me and my private eye friend that is from London are investigating the murders, and we just were going to the Downs to see the scene for ourselves, fresh pair of eyes, and I must have knocked my head on a branch because I woke up back at, you know, the leisure centre in the south of town, and I haven't seen my partner all day. I assumed he would show up at some point, so I just went to the checkpoint to make sure that when I left, he left with me, and he wasn't just sitting in the woods somewhere.
So why did you go through the checkpoint to begin with? What were you doing at the crime scene there? What were you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for tracks to see if there's like footprints that, lead somewhere, or bullet shells, or knives. Just
Did you not think
things
that
that
would be
someone might
something
miss.
we would have looked for?
Oh, of course, but a fresh pair of eyes never hurts on a crime scene, especially if they're professional.
You realize you're not working for the police, though, right?
Yes,
You
but
realize
I
there's
know how to
protocols
work a
that you have
crime
to
scene.
follow.
For you guys, yes.
And how long have you been a private eye for? How long have you been in business?
Would you have a time slot for that, Jazz?
Well, your character, he's not an actual private eye, is he? He was a...
No, but it's like,
So I
due to the
guess...
history, I'm like...
So I guess if you're telling a truth, then you'll be a private eye since today.
Yeah, I'm like, very recently, I've become a private eye.
Uh-huh.
My friend from London was the trainer, let's say.
Right.
And he has credentials.
Do you have any credentials?
I just show him my wallet with my ID. I'm like, I haven't gotten my credentials yet. But I assure you I've worked a crime scene before, and I know not to meddle with the evidence.
Give me an extreme persuade.
Okay.
That's... You just see him making notes, not really looking up at you. He then puts his pen down, crosses his fingers, and looks straight at you. And what's your friend's name?
It's William Steele.
Mm-hmm. And you say that you're working for him, that you've recently been hired by Mr. Steele, who's from London. Whereabouts in London?
Did he tell me that?
No.
Okay. He didn't say where in London.
I see.
But those two guards at the checkpoint will be able to confirm that he did in fact show proper identification.
He makes a brief note. Like, well, I'll be speaking with them. You can guarantee that.
We went through the checkpoint to make it official, rather than just walking into the forest.
Uh-huh. How did you meet William Steele?
I met him over in the Hungerford Asylum.
You met him in the asylum.
Well,
And this is where I assume you took it upon yourself to join his private eye gig.
no. I'm sure you've read the paper. One last survivor of the killings. I went there to try and talk to the man himself, and obviously he is indisposed and under heavy care, so I had to, not interfere. And William Steele showed up, and we swapped notes and realized that we're looking for the same thing. So we went to a little coffee shop, talked about it, and realized that we are indeed on the same case, and that's when he took me in.
So wait, let me get this straight. So you met at the asylum, and then you were at the hospital, and then you met at the hospital and exchanged notes. Like,
No.
why did you go to the asylum?
Isn't the asylum where the guy was? Or was that the hospital?
That was the hospital.
Oh, okay, so then, yeah, scrap that about the asylum, sorry. I just saw the asylum is circled, so I was like, huh?
I was like, oh, there we got some interesting info he's going to pick you out on.
Okay, no, that's my mistake then. I meant the
hospital.
The hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to talk to, let me actually get his name so I can reference it. One wounded. Did it say his name? Yeah, Wilfred Lynch. We went to go talk to Wilfred Lynch at the hospital, and obviously we couldn't talk because he's in heavy care, and Mr. Steele approached me, seeing I was interested, and we confirmed notes and realized we're looking for the same thing.
Right. So you met William Steele in the hospital because you were trying to speak with Wilfred Lynch, and that's when you decided to become a private eye, and he hired you, and you know that he's from London, but you don't know where in London, just somewhere in London. And then after your visit at the hospital, visiting a poor man in terrible condition, you then go to the Downs, and this is when you decide to interfere with the crime scene.
I wouldn't call it interfering if we showed credentials and were allowed in.
Tell me, why did you see it upon yourself to start firing at police officers? You do have a license for your firearm, right?
Yes, of course, but I've never fired a gun at a police officer. That'd be insane.
Well, of course. I mean, I would say that to any person. And here we are.
I didn't fire my gun. Not at a police officer.
He makes a few more notes. All right, well, Sure, that'll do for
I
now.
discharge my gun only when I need to, and I've never fired once upon a police officer.
Only when you need to. As he makes a note of that. Well, I think that'll do for now. I'm sure an overnight stay in one of our cells would help jog your memory. All right, well, as he stands you up, puts the cuffs back on, and starts leading you towards one of the cells.
I don't need the cuffs. As like he's putting them on me, I'll just be like, I don't need them. I've done this before.
It's just protocol, sir. As then he
Yeah, I
opens the
guess
cell
so.
door and pushes you in. He takes the cuffs off and then pushes you in, closes the door, and you hear the rattle and the clank as he closes it. He slides the shutter closed.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, they got you too, eh? And standing in the jail cell is Mr. William Steele himself.
Listen, I don't need to talk to you right now. You've been annoying me all day.
I've been annoying you. What did I do?
Wait. What? You're here? Why are you here? Why are you in... Okay, back up. How long have you been in here? And you didn't think to call me?
Well, they took my phone. Well, say took my phone. Mobile phones don't exist nowadays, so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't call you if
You
I'm
have a phone
locked
call.
up.
You have a phone call.
Well, I don't know. I thought maybe they can't keep me in here for long, really, to be fair. You, on the other hand, I don't know, there's a bit of a sticky situation.
You know who I am, right?
Yeah, you're Baxter Bleeker, the wannabe private eye, looking into strange unknowns and creatures and God knows whatnot. And
Okay.
why did you fire towards the
Ooh,
policeman?
thank God. I didn't.
You did. As we left the downs, the police were after us at the checkpoint. You trying to get to your car. They,
Wait, you remember that?
well, of course.
See, I remember looking at the policemen in the forest. I could hear their voices, and then waking up at the leisure centre.
So what? You blacked out?
I don't know. But I've spoken to someone else today, and when they were in the woods, they encountered the same thing. And I will have they stripped me of all my stuff, or do I have all of my stuff? Obviously, besides my guns.
You have, yeah. They've stripped you of your coat, of your gun. A lot of any other stuff that you might have kept in the car that's still sitting. As you know from your knowledge, your car's still at the Downs.
My notepad.
If you normally keep it in your jacket or your coat,
Yeah,
then I
it's
guess
always
you would.
inside coat pocket.
Yeah, then I guess you would. They would have only just searched for any weapons and such and taken that away.
Okay. I will show William all of the notes I've been taking about talking to the couple and what the husband of the couple said. The guards' names. I got the guy's name that we tried to go see and he couldn't talk. And I'm like, look. I told you. Something's happening.
I need.
That day in the woods, I knew I heard something. And I know you don't believe me, but my memory has gone. He also said he couldn't hear the birds. There's something in those woods.
Well, I did manage to nab a little something before they threw me away in here, and if what you say was true, well, after you fired your gun at the policeman, thankfully you didn't hit them. It was really bad aim, by the way.
Well, I was blacked out, so...
Well, they tackled you down, but you kind of fought back. You managed to throw one of them off, which then caused them to trip over and stumble over each other. As you ran away, I tried to follow suit, but their patrol car managed to catch up with me. You got into the car and drove away. As they took me over here, I caught something interesting at the reception desk, which, I managed to smuggle in. As he then takes out this old newspaper from in his jacket.
This is just the page 3 girl.
Oh, wait. I don't want to do that. Is the right one? I'm hoping this just shows the one.
Hang on, I'll look away, and then you tell me if it does.
Show image only, yes please. So it should just be one image.
Yeah, it's... Without looking at it, I've got a 13 in the corner, and it's like yellowish paper.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's the right one, cool. Yeah, it's only one piece, so...
Okay.
Okay. A new discovery found at North Wessex Downs. William?
Horticulturists. They're people that deal with
Yes.
plants, foliage.
Ah, okay. A new breed of flower has been discovered by a Mr. Colin Banks. Just a few miles east of the village of Hungerford at approximately 14:35 p.m. Thursday afternoon, 9th of March. Fellow gardeners and green thumbs would not like to have this flower in the gardens. However, as it smells like a pungent cadaver.
That's a dead body.
Yes.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Don't know about you, but I would very much like to see this new discovery.
And then they go on about this madness of talking about mandrakes and stuff. I mean, imagine that. But yes, we need to talk to Mr. Colin Banks and go see about these flowers. Question is, do you have a plan to get out of here?
Well, I'd imagine I'm only going to be kept overnight. I mean, all I did was go past the checkpoint. I think you would have been safe too. Maybe a slap on the wrist. Besides the whole shooting at the police thing. It's a little bit awkward. You still got the things you wanted me to send, to the people back in London or someone to examine?
Oh, yes. Like the blood, and I pull out like the little vial and stuff. And like, you mean this?
Ah, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, you might as well take everything, because I don't know how long I'm going to be out in here.
So I'll see if I can get the sent first class. Maybe see if I can get it sent even higher priority if possible, so we can get a quicker response.
You're talking about first class?
First class, if such a thing exists.
My God. I mean,
what's all this business about this voting that's going on in town? You live here, right?
Yeah, it's new mayor. He's a piece of shit. I don't like him. He's got that face that just seems like a liar.
How was the previous mayor? There seems to be a vote between the two.
I liked him. He kept everything fair. More for the people than the businesses, you know?
Okay. So I guess you're going to be voting for him then to keep him in office.
Yes, but it seems like the other one has done the work to earn the favor of the people. With his scummy deals and payments. He's winning office by paying people off.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's never really trustworthy when it's hard to say. I mean, you know that he's obviously trying to get the votes and win the people over, but yeah, just flashing the cash.
As we're talking, can I just look around the cell for anything to like maybe looking outside the cell, just like I'm being paranoid again? Yeah, but it's like I'm just looking around.
Looking around in the cell is pretty bare. You'll see 2 single beds, not particularly comfortable, on either side of the room. You'll see this steel bucket to the wall, which you can only imagine must be where you go to the toilet. There's like a...
Is it already full?
Thankfully, no. Otherwise, you would have smelt it earlier. There is a small window, but it's definitely not large enough to crawl through, and it's barred as well. You would have to move one of the beds to try and peek outside. But
I'll
other than
move
that,
mine.
So you move your bed, and you get up on top,
Yeah.
and you look outside. Anything in particular that you're looking for?
The sound of birds. Or like night ambience.
Well, you definitely notice that the birds are quiet, and it's likely because it's dark now and it's still raining. So you're hearing just a gentle roar and pitter patter of rain. It's almost calming. And
Okay.
There's no need to do any checks, as you don't seem to notice anything else out of the ordinary.
No, it's more just like a little sanity thing for myself to be like, okay, I can hear things.
Yeah.
I guess I'll sit on the bed and I will... Can I regain sanity or no?
It's more when you visit like a psychiatrist. You can do self-help. I should have notes on self-help, which I think I might have actually put it in Discord.
Because I'm like...
Basic rules. Melee. Usually you would need psychiatric help, however one can seek self-help if they wish. If you choose to seek self-help, explain what it is you do for self-help, and roll a sanity check. Equal or lower succeeds.
Yeah, so I do want to do that, and I'm basically just like breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, just listening to the rain as I'm standing on my bed.
Okie dokes. And so you want to roll a D100 and get below 32. With a 45. As you're breathing in and out, just resting your head against the cold wall, hearing the pitter-patter of the rain, you get a fractured memory kind of screech in your head. It flashes to the forest, and then you get another flash. You see just an image of a police officer with his hand up, kind of carrying his face behind his hand. You then get another flash of just blurred trees and a loud gunshot go off. And with that, you're going to lose 1 sanity.
God's sake.
As it seems like your memory is trying to come through, but it's not there yet.
Okay. I think I'm gonna get an early night. And I'm just gonna go to bed.
So as you lay down on your bed, you'd see William. He's just sitting down at the moment. He's looking over the syringe that you've given him, and he's just kind of just rolling it in his hand, not really doing much.
Don't stab me in my sleep.
Could be lost in thought. He looks at you and smirks, and then suddenly, and lights go off. Lights out. Yeah, well, I guess that's bedtime then. You hear the rustle as he gets into his bed.
Well, good night. I'll see you in the morning.
With that,
And I'm just gonna immediately fall asleep.
Have you regain your hit points? I'm gonna refresh your daily. So you were at a 4 out of a 6. If you had 6, then you would have gone temporarily insane.
I'm okay though.
Can you roll a D6 for me?
Yeah. I'm just having a look at the spell I've got because I'm still trying to figure out what it does. Power failure? Power rolling, guessing? It's called Mystify. A suspicious hymn obtained from your well-being. I know it just says,
you won't be able to
I've got
contact
it, so
any
I think that's something you've given me.
Yeah. I was looking at when a day ends, there's calling contacts and stuff, but you're in prison, so you can't do that.
Oh, Mystify stops bad things? Okay. Sorry, I will roll the d6. One.
Your luck increased by 1.
I'm not very good with the luck rolls, am I?
Put it up to an 8.
Are we doing all of the skill stuff? Or is that at the end of every session?
At the end of the session, yeah.
Can I not upgrade my Persuade? Because I've gotten a couple of really good rolls on it and it's not gone gold.
I guess... Did you get an actual success?
I got
on
the
4 you got the triple,
on the
you?
Persuade.
Yeah. Why is that not gold?
And it's not gone gold, so I don't know.
Now it's gold.
Okay.
It didn't want to give it to you, even though you got the triple.
It's no, you can't become good.
As you sleep and you settle down, you have an alright sleep. Some images of your past start flashing to mind of the last thing that freaked you out. And you get the sense that you're maybe starting to have a bad dream again. And so you've kind of built this interesting technique of waking yourself up from a dream.
Can I say it's always having like a little glass orb that I will break on my like shoulder or like heart area, and it like splashes water on me, and that wakes me up?
Like Constantine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you do that, and you wake up. You see a little bit of moonlight coming in through the barred window at the top. You hear just the breathing of William to one side.
Okay, night terrors again.
You'll then start...
Do I see anything in the room?
In the room? No. I think, if anything, the moonlight seems to just very slightly light up the bucket that's to one side. You kind of get this odd urge that you might need to pee. Especially after the coffee that you had earlier.
I get up and I go pee in the bucket, and then I'll go back to bed.
As you begin to rest, you get maybe down to like a semi-sleep state. You're about to drift, but you're not quite there, and you start hearing this strange but quiet singing in the distance. It sounds somewhat familiar, but it's very difficult to make out. And it sounds like it's not just one person singing, it sounds like there's a choir singing.
I'll like open my eyes and like look around the room again, and I'm assuming I see nothing.
You see nothing.
So I would stand on the bed and like look outside, assuming I'm seeing nothing.
Looking outside, you notice that the rain has stopped. You see the odd puddles around.
Yeah, but no like choir.
No, there's no choir randomly singing to your window or anything, and it sounds quite far away. You're trying to see if you can maybe see if there's, I don't know, any nightclubs or discos around, but not near the police station.
Will, wake up. Wake up.
What?
Do you hear that? Sorry. Do you hear that? Like the singing?
Do I hear singing? Leave me alone. Let me sleep.
Yeah, you know, it's nothing. Alright. Yeah, it's probably nothing. And then I will get back in bed and like try and go to sleep, but struggling because I'm focusing on the music.
Roll a hard spot hidden.
Oh boy. This is for Jesus Christ. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
So, as you're going to step
How
off the bed...
much luck will I have to use?
As you're going to step off the bed, because obviously you're using it again to look out the window, with that roll, you're gonna slip and fall and bang your knee against the floor, so you're gonna lose a hit point.
I'm fine. Oh, I'm gonna feel that one in the morning. Okay.
You get back into bed, and you get back into pain. Your knee is radiating pain, but at the moment it's like
okay.
it's like your body hasn't quite cottoned on. Like, have you seriously hurt your knee, or is it gonna subside? But you managed to drift back into sleep.
It's not broken. Just tell yourself it's not broken and it'll be fine.
Is there anything that you dream? It's up to you.
I'll leave it in your hands. I dream about probably being in the middle of the woods when I couldn't find Will, and it was like when I was looking at his jacket.
So your dream takes you back to the forest, as your mind is strongly set on there, and that seems to be where a lot of your fears are currently just bottling up. And you're walking through, you're listening out to see if you can hear any birds, and strangely enough, the things that you do hear is the singing that you heard earlier. It seems to be coming all around the forest. Not loud, but quiet. Ahead of you, the path seemed much larger than it was actually in real life, and there's like this solitary tree just bang in the middle of this pathway. It seems a little out of place, and hanging on it is the blue trench coat.
Now, why were you blue?
I'm gonna walk up to it, and rather than touching it immediately this time, it's like I'm investigating it.
And as you walk towards some of the trees are a little bit hazy and blurred, as if foggy, much like some dreams can be. And it seems as you approach this one solitary tree with the blue trench coat on it, all the other trees seem to just depart wider and wider away. The singing kind of gets a little louder as you approach it, until you're pretty much just standing with this huge tree in front of you. I might actually have a nice image of it. This might work.
Is it the Deku tree? Okay.
And you see that this tree, as it reaches up towards the sky, and it's a much fatter trunk than all the other trees. And towards the top, you see it fork off. And between that fork, you see a moon brightly shining through, as this strange, ominous singing is coming from all around you.
Wow. Where on earth is that coming from?
I'm gonna look around to see if I can see anyone singing, but otherwise I will go towards the tree more and more.
Okay. You will look around, and you just see a lot more trees. The path seems to just end. It's not like a path that goes through the forest anymore. It just seems now you're just on a brown dirt patch. You look back towards the tree, and you head towards it. You see your hand reaching towards the coat. And for some reason, no matter how much you walk, or even if you pick up your pace, you can't seem to reach the coat.
God damn it.
And where's the coat in, like, in the difference? Oh, sorry. Where's the coat and the tree? Is like the
To
tree
your
further on
perspective,
than the coat?
To your perspective, the coat is on the tree, and it should be literally 5 feet in front of you, but it seems you can't seem to reach it. No matter how much you walk towards it, you can't seem to reach it.
Come on, Baxter.
Leaves,
Keep moving forwards.
brown leaves will slowly begin to flutter and fall from the sky down around you.
I can get this coat. I can. And I'm gonna like just sprint in place, like trying to get to it.
As you're sprinting towards this coat, the vision of this coat is just so vivid now in your mind. As you're looking at it, you can see all the details. You can see like stray fabric coming off of it. You're so determined to get this coat. And as you're running towards it, let me see. Let's do maybe this one. As you're running towards it and the leaves are all dropping, you're seeing branches now snapping by themselves and falling down. You're hearing rustling from somewhere behind you. The singing seems to be kind of fading away, as if the choir's moving further away from you.
What is happening? The sounds. Wait, the silence. It was singing. That's why we couldn't hear the birds?
Your mind currently is... You sense that you're coming out of your dream. Do you wish to try and keep yourself in it?
Would you say I'm getting something from the dream? That sounds like a cheat question, but like...
There's a possibility you might, or you might not. It could affect sanity more. It could reveal something.
I think I will try and stay in the dream, because I feel like I could learn more.
Okay. Give me a Constitution check. Just a normal one for now. Okay.
Nice.
You managed to...
Can I get like a gold star on the con?
Sadly not. You managed to focus your mind, and you kind of relax your mind. Maybe you're focusing too hard on the coat, which was starting to bring you out, and you start to relax to get yourself to just drift back into sleep again. And as such, I mean, the coat and the tree then seem to just almost levitate or just slide away from you. Not too far away, it's now probably 15 feet away from you. And you're seeing the trees are getting all withered, and the bark is peeling off and crumbling off. More twigs are snapping off. One tree kind of cracks and splinters as it then comes crashing down to the ground.
I'm gonna chase the wood then. I'm gonna chase the jacket, sorry.
Okay. You head towards the jacket, and this time you feel like you're actually might well be able to examine it and touch it.
I'm going for that jacket.
Do a spot hidden for me.
Jazz. You know I'm good at these.
Okay. You near with an 83 as well. You approach the tree.
Can I push it?
You can. It will be another roll. How are you pushing it? What are you doing to...
Let's say the jacket starts to like fade, and I close my eyes as I'm running, and I'm like, focus, you got this, come on, you got this. And I open my eyes and reach my hands out again.
Okie dokie. Do another check for me. 31. I already had in mind what the repercussion would have been. Okay.
He's dead.
And you're dead. Game over. You close your eyes, as you say, and you reach out, trying to convince your mind that, yeah, you can grab this coat. And you grab it, and as you open your eyes, you feel that there's actually a body in this coat, and you turn it round, and it seems to be William. William Steele is standing in his jacket, although it's not brown, it's blue, and he turns to face you, and his eyes are white. He has a very solemn and gaunt expression on his face.
Will, what's wrong with you? Why is your coat blue?
There's no response.
You're gonna hate me for this, and I'm gonna, like, slap him. Be like, wake up, Will.
You slap him, and you feel it as well. This dream is quite vivid. You feel the impact on his face. He moves his head to it, and then his head slowly just looks back in your direction, but not looking at you. He doesn't appear to be looking at anything in particular. And as you slap, also another tree behind you comes crashing down. And you'll notice, it'll take a little bit of time, but you start to notice this gray, brownish, dry skin just creeping up his chest and up his neck. And it's very similar. It reminds you of the bark-like skin from Wilfred Lynch.
No. And I'm, like, trying to, like, rip it off him.
And you hear him, like, guttural sounds as he's trying to get something out of his throat.
Fuck. Okay. And
You're about to...
I'm really sorry about this, and I'm just gonna shove my hand down his throat.
Your body is trying to wake you up again. Do you wish to continue the dream?
I'll say the dream ends as I go to, like, shove my hand down the throat.
Okay. I'll say with that.
And I'm assuming I wake up like, huh.
Yep, you will... I'll just take you back to town map. You will wake up with, just a really weird sensation, a weird feeling, like you just had a very strange dream. I wouldn't say it affected your sanity. You didn't go deep enough. You were nearing freaky,
Not yet.
more freaky stuff, but yep. And you wake up in the jail cell. How long have we been going for? I think that feels like a good point to stop it as well. So I feel like that's where we might end for today.
Okay. But wait, before you end the
creepy
recording.
dream. Yep, we got to do your things.
Yeah.
All right.
Got a lot of golds this time.
Yep.
5 of them.
All right. I need to remind myself how to do these. I think it was just simple. Kind of session end. Replenish luck points if needed. We've done
Isn't that D6?
Improvement rolls. At the end of the session, improvement rolls pending. Roll a D100. If the result is higher than your current skill, it's a success.
Okay, well.
So, what's this one for? History?
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden. Okay, so that was definitely higher, so now roll a D10.
Hey!
9. So
That puts you up to 40.
Yep, I'll just tweak that. There we go. Okay, what do you want to do next?
This will be my listen. Listen.
Okay.
Wow.
43.
That just like.
That is higher.
Hey, it does beat it.
It counts. Roll
I
a
just
d10.
just watch the dice place on the floor.
By 3.
Nice, 43.
Okay.
We'll do psychoanalysis next. Oh.
29. No
okay.
change.
Can I push it? Or use luck? No,
Sadly, on these ones, you can't.
no. Persuade. Hey, nice.
Cool. That was teasing a 9.
It was. Oh, on my screen, it literally went from a 0 to a 1, and I'm like, you bitch.
All right, history now.
Then, history. Hey.
A lot of improvement. Dropping books on the floor. A 2.
Hey, meaning of life. I'll take it.